All right. Good morning. Good morning. It is still morning. I believe it's 11:17 a.m. Friday, December 13th. Yes, it is Friday the 13th. I had a whole lot to say yesterday, but then for whatever reason today, like I recorded a whole video and everything. I said a lot of things. But then I'm also, I told myself I'm going to hold on it because I want to make sure, because, they've been, the V2K operatives, they've been claiming that, you shouldn't be saying certain things on video and da-da-da. So, I know, one, I do not incite violence, and two, I know I don't incite, causing any harm to anyone, especially without reason. Without a justifiable reason. So it's like I don't condone things. And one thing I'm learning is that this whole system and the people that they use to at least target me, they're used to a certain type of lifestyle, a certain way of living that I've always been aware of, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I just made sure that I kind of didn't, I've dipped my toe in the water, but I've never really put my foot in, never put the whole leg in, or jumped in the water, and when I say never jumped in the water, I never really got into any legal trouble or whatever. Hold on. So yeah, and I told myself I'm not going to use that video because one, I know I kept pausing a lot because they were messing with my memory, so I couldn't remember a lot of things I wanted to say. So I figured, you know what? I'm not even going to think about what I'm going to say in this one. Because if I don't think about it, then they don't know what they're trying to attack right away. So if I'm literally just flying with words and thoughts off my mind without actually thinking about what I want to say, it should be harder for them to modulate or manipulate the neurons. But anyway, so I know I am often told a lot by the V2K operatives that Chris is waking people up, but he doesn't know how to protect anyone. Chris is waking people up, but he doesn't know how to protect anyone. Chris is waking people up, and he doesn't know how to protect anyone. They say this to me often, and I constantly remind myself. I'm like, a few videos ago I said, I am only going to be able to protect who God allows me to protect. Because there is no finite way of protecting anyone from anything. The only reason it hasn't taken your life is because God said it wasn't your time. Oh, I'm holding him up. So, let him go in front. But anyway, so I'm like thinking to myself, their main focus is to take every little detail about who I am and try to see if they can incite people to feel encouraged, to want to add to whatever energy that's being transferred to me. So it's like, and I can't wait for this to blow open, because when it does, a lot of people are going to be so upset that the secret society is not going to protect them. and I keep saying this, it's too many people for it to be a true secret society. Because if it's a secret, think about it this way. This is some grade A, high-tech, wild technology, right? Now, the V2K operatives tell me, sometimes that not everybody who's in the secret society knows about the technology. You got some people who's just in it, but they don't know about the technology. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, even if they don't know about the technology, so is that basically like an admittance that some people are aware of what's going on, but because they're compliant, they just don't have to worry about being neuromodulated, or at least in a harmful, negative way, they're not going to be neuromodulated. Okay. Alright, hold on while I drop this one off. Alright, so it's like, okay, I watch a lot of testimonial videos of other TIs, and one thing I noticed is I don't see a lot of videos of certain TIs mentioning anything about, like, well, I noticed. All right, I'm gonna say it like this: if you live in the hood, if you're being targeted and you live in the hood, or if there's a TI that's being targeted and they live in the hood somewhere, I don't hear that many people talk about, like, I don't know. Then again, it's not. I don't think I really ever seen that many videos of people that's from the hood and people that's from the hood, if they even have V2K too. So I feel like I'm this, like, I don't know, it's weird because it seems like of all the V2K videos I've watched of people and stuff, it seems like I don't ever really see anyone that's like from like the hood or whatever that has V2K make a video. Now, they've definitely ran this whole psyop thing on me about, like, oh, you're not supposed to say nothing, you're not supposed to do this, like, you're supposed to just take it. Oh, you being a bitch ass nigga. Oh, you being this. Oh, you a pussy. All this stuff. And it's like, for me, it's like being back in high school, but it's worse because it's like when the bell rings, you can't just distance yourself from the bully or the gangster. You can't just distance yourself once the bell ring, or you can't just go to another building or another place or whatever. No, it's not the same. This is a resonance-based, DNA-based tracking system using ultrasound, infrared light, whether it's far or near infrared, and what else? And also some chemicals that's been absorbed in our body and whatnot. I'm really struggling to find some work because, all right, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Why I'm probably struggling so bad to find words. So the majority of my psyops is them telling me, "Oh, we gonna put you in prison. Oh, you don't realize you gotta go to prison." Oh, so it's like growing up, I've always met and known people who've been like in jail or in prison or whatever the case be. I've because I grew up in the hood, so you always gonna meet somebody or run into somebody who probably spent time somewhere, right? But now I realize with what the V2K has been doing for the last 4 years, and then with the gaslighting I receive when I'm walking in the street, and then got like I'll be walking in the street, right, and it could be like a group of people standing against the wall or whatever, or standing by the wall, and then all of a sudden I would hear somebody say, "This bitch ass nigga," and I have never had an interaction with this person a day in my life, or it's always someone saying something kind of like under their breath, and or they kind of look, and then they laugh like there's some hidden joke, something that I didn't know about. And you know what is crazy, because in my mind I'm like, yo, I still haven't done anything to anyone, but yet they're out here. They got this secret vendetta. It's like a secret vendetta. But you know what? I realized it took a few times for the V2K operatives to say, "Oh, he took it personal. He took it personal. He wasn't supposed to take it personal. That's because he's a bitch ass nigga. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you. He wasn't supposed to take it personal." I'm like, yo, I grew up in a place where, you know, usually if someone is threatening to do something to your life, your automatic reaction is kind of almost like a fight response, because that's just the people. I wanna hear what he said when he walked by. But anyway, I'm gonna listen to this video later because I want to hear what he said when he walked by. But anyway, so I'm just like, I'm doing the best that I can to maintain my psyche, because I had some conversations with people who, you know, who did spend some time, but the way my nervous system was reacting to having a conversation with two people who like spent time locked up. This artificial neural network is literally trying to overwhelm or overpower my nervous system. So it's like, just talking to people I've never had a negative interaction with, but by hearing the fact that they've been somewhere or whatever, it's crazy, because I grew up around people that have been locked up. But now, because of the V2K and because of the constant lingual programming of someone threatening to like get me set up to go to prison or whatever the case may be, I am now feeling like this anxiety or this anxiousness. But it almost, like, I don't even know how to really explain it. It's like, hold on, let me see. So it's like, let's say you got your whole biofield, your aura around your body, right? What it feels like is you're naturally projecting energy outward. You're naturally projecting light outwards. Everything you think is like an electrical electrical impulse going outwards, right?
Cody.
What they're doing is, like, imagine your body basically having some type of skin or layer digitally implanted or layered right over the body. So it's like you have a light that naturally is like radiating outwards. What they're doing, they literally put a digital skin over your body, and it's interfering with your nervous system. So this artificial neural network is now interfering with your actual nervous system, and they're programming this avatar, which is supposed to be a copy of you. They're programming it to function and to operate in the way they want you to. And that information is being transmitted into the right hemisphere of the brain. And then now, through the prefrontal cortex, all the information that they've been transmitting is now spreading out to wherever the hell they're trying to program. Not only that, I'm also under the impression that they're selling frequencies of your body, like they're selling parts of your body to other people, just so that they can be able to route data and information through your tissue. It's like, I've heard that, like, I forgot, there's like a small amount of your DNA that could basically hold terabytes of fucking data. So it's like, when you think about like how a small amount of your DNA can basically hold terabytes of data, imagine the human body. Each and every single cell of your body is actually being auctioned off by people that you probably have never seen before, or some people that you probably People you just don't even know. But they all have found some way to, well, obviously there's numerous ways that they got this technology into our bodies. But not only that, these sentinels, I like to think about the nanobots as sentinels. That was something that I mentioned in my video yesterday, but I didn't post it. I now kind of see these nanobots as sentinels, like from the Matrix. Because the sentinels had multiple capabilities. They were able to build, they were able to assemble themselves into like a bigger, I guess, sentinel machine or whatever. They were able to shoot lasers. They were able to scan areas using what looked like basically like an infrared scan or some type of, basically infrared scan or whatever. And not only were they able to scan things, they also, at one point you saw in the movie where they had like some type of, like an antenna popped up from the sentinels. And then you would see them kind of do like what looks like an ultrasound. Like, you know how bats, like, you know, not really communicate, but they try to find direction to things because bats are blind. So what do? They use ultrasound. They make a sound and then it bounces off, and then that's how they're able to see things, right? So I thought about nanobots like sentinels. And you know what else made me think about nanobots like sentinels? It was the idea that when I did the cranberry saliva and alcohol test, when you add the alcohol to the cranberry saliva mixture and you watch it, they move like sentinels. Like when alcohol is engaging with the nanobots, they move like sentinels. Next time you like I don't know, if you get a chance to do the cranberry saliva, you know, when I say cranberry or cranberry, grapefruit juice or wine, just swish it in your mouth like mouthwash. You don't need a lot. Swish it in your mouth like mouthwash and spit it onto like a white plate or a bowl and just add some alcohol to it, and you'll be amazed at the stuff you're gonna look at. Hold on, let me drop this. Okay, so so it's like I know I haven't made my little solution that I normally drink. I call it black juice. It's distilled water with a mixture of put borax, put some activated charcoal, a few drops of iodine, liquid iodine, and I've been using DMSO to help with inflammation in the body. Only thing about DMSO is it does come through your pores, man. Like DMSO, for like people who never smelt or had DMSO before, it has this very, very earthy scent that comes through your pores. Like some people say it smells like beets or garlic. But I tell you though, it has many health benefits to it, including, well, like I said, inflammation. Anyway, I haven't been doing that in a while, and that was the thing I used to do to help with like internal, detoxing, or from what I heard that, borax can do to the bots is to help disassemble them, because apparently, if your body's environment is too alkaline, it may not be the right environment that can keep the bots assembled. But I don't know how exactly how true this is. But what I can say is, because it used to be routine for me to make this black juice solution that I do, and then have some. But for some reason, I haven't made it in a long time, and it's not that I ran out of stuff. It's just I don't know. I just haven't made it in a long time, and I'm starting to believe, okay, maybe that's a part of the neuromodulation. Like they literally went in and just like tuned me to not either feel like making it or to not want to do it. But I know I'm paying attention to a lot of things a lot of things that I used to do, but for whatever reason I just stopped doing it. And there's like no like defined reason as to why I stopped doing some things. It's just like all of a sudden I just stopped doing it, right? And it's like I'm realizing that I need to make sure I stay fully aware of everything that I'm sensing within and around my body, within my brain, because I don't know, sometimes I feel like I've heard them say I'm oversaturated. And I'm thinking to myself, well, shit, the way I've been feeling lately, I might have too many of these bots in me, because sometimes it's been feeling like, yo, they've been hitting me a lot harder lately. And I'm like, maybe that's because I haven't been drinking, I haven't been doing much internal detoxing, like I've been doing things to like help with the surface stuff, like shea butter, natural raw shea butter, 91% isopropyl alcohol, hell, even hydrogen peroxide. I read that hydrogen peroxide actually can cause some malfunction to the bots inside of the body. What else? Eating a lot of alkaline. Well, that's still internal. But oh right, and then like taking a radiation detox salt bath. That works external and internal. Oh, that's where I gotta go, right there. Hold on. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be too long in this video, but let me see. Yeah, and that it's wild to me because, I kid you not, I literally don't do anything to anyone. And especially, not even if I did something by accident, I'm already an apologetic person. So that's why I don't understand what's the big deal of trying to force me through some type of, social engineering to become a police officer from what I can gather, is basically to protect people that they would want me to protect. Not necessarily for me to do my job, because if I was to become a police officer, and any job that I take on, I take it seriously, right? So if I were to become a police officer, I'm coming after all of them. Why would I focus? I'm thinking to myself, I wouldn't even necessarily want to focus on, like normal crimes and whatnot. The whole idea that there are people using technology to basically inject their voice into, damn, I can't even see. To inject their voice into your auditory cortex, and then through like inductive coupling and frequency resonances, they're going to send harmful energy to the cells of your body, because, well, you did something at some point that made you look like like a goody two shoes, and a lot of people didn't like it. So now they're like, well, because you want to be all righteous and whatnot, now we gotta do shit to you unless you do everything that we tell you to do. Growing up where I'm from, if you can defend yourself, don't let nobody just walk up on you and tell you to, and you just do, right? But I don't know. Hold on, let me finish this. My battery died too.